Madam Chair, I'm seeing quite a few people logging in. I know we have a quorum already. Maybe if we just give it one more minute, we'll just, seems like a lot of people are coming right at 1 o'clock here, which is great. Good attendance today.
Okay.
Madam Chair, I think we can begin the meeting now.
Thank you very much. Welcome to the November 9th Street Committee. We're going to start the meeting. Steph, would you please call roll?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Happy to. Grant Anderson.
Here.
Thank you. Charles Andrews.
Here.
Thank you. Jerry Cooper. Chair Deeb.
Here.
Nathan Dome.
Here.
David Fabiano.
Here.
Jennifer Jack.
Here.
Thank you. Kevin Lair.
Here.
Angela Malcuso. Jamie McCracken. Brad Novacek.
Here.
Dana Oswiani.
I'm here.
German or Herman Pedrahita.
Or Herman Piedrahita here.
Armand, thank you. Matt Reeg. Patrick Sage.
Here.
Thank you. Christopher Salas.
Present.
Emil Schmid.
Here.
Leticia Vargas.
Here.
Thank you. And Christopher Wanamaker.
Here.
Is there anyone that I did not call?
Steve O'Brien.
Steve O'Brien, thank you.
Sorry. Mark Moore, City of Avondale.
Mark Moore, thank you.
Ed Stillings with Federal Highways sitting in for Arian LaRange.
Thank you, Ed.
Thank you, Stephanie. Do we have a quorum?
We do have a quorum. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. As we have a quorum, so this next street committee is called to order. As a reminder, please mute your microphone to eliminate any feedback. You will have the opportunity to raise your hand in the chat to be recognized, at which time you can unmute your microphone to talk. When you begin speaking, please state your name and your organization. Call to audience. Members of the public were asked to submit written comments related to this meeting through the MAG website. Comments may be sent at any time leading up to the meeting, but must be received at least 1 hour prior to the posted start time of the meeting. This is the opportunity for the public to comment on items that fall under MAG's jurisdiction that are not in the agenda or are not for discussion and not for action. MAG staff, have we received any public comments? If so, please read them at this time.
Madam Chair, we have not received any public comments for this item or any other item on the agenda. Thank you.
Thank you. Agenda item number 3 then. MAG staff member Patrick Stone will now provide updates and report to the committee. Patrick?
Patrick, you're on mute.
You. Sorry about that. Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the committee. Always a pleasure to be here. I wanted to take a moment real quick to thank Steph Stearns for stepping in. Samantha has left MAG, and so Steph is right now filling in, helping staff the street committee. So very grateful for her assistance on that. Just a couple of items that I wanted to note. First, closeout. And you'll hear this come up later in the presentation, but the notice for closeout was sent out to committee members on October 25th. Of note, agencies that apply for street sweeper funding and were not successful in having the project awarded could submit their projects as part of the closeout process. All closeout requests are due in by Friday, November 19th at 5 p.m. You can send those requests in to myself, copying Steve Tate. And then second, the meeting dates for calendar year 2022, have been posted. So just calling attention to the committee members that those dates are now out there for next year. And Madam Chair, that concludes my presentation.
Thank you, Patrick. Agenda item number 4, items proposed for consent. Approval of the October 12th, 2021 meeting minutes. Please take a few moments to review the minutes from the October meeting if you have not already. Does any committee member have any revisions? Hearing none, can I have a motion to recommend approval of the meeting minutes for October 12th, 2021?
So moved, Matt. Second.
Who was the first? I'm sorry.
Anderson.
Thank you, Grant. Thank you, David. Because we have a motion and a second, staff, would you please call the names and please indicate yay or nay?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Angela Macaluso.
Yay.
Thank you. And am I pronouncing your last name correctly?
Yes.
Thank you. Jamie McCracken. Mark Moore.
Aye.
Thank you. Brad Novacek.
Aye.
Thank you. Steve O'Brien.
Aye.
Thank you. Dana Oswiani.
Aye.
Thank you. Herman Pedrojita.
Aye.
Thank you. Grant Anderson.
Aye.
Thank you. Bryce Christo.
Aye.
Thank you. Did we have Jerry Cooper join us? Nathan Dome.
Aye.
Thank you. David Fabiano.
Aye.
Thank you. Jennifer Jack.
Aye.
Thank you. Kevin Lair.
Aye.
Thank you. Ed Stillings for Arian LaRange.
Sorry, I couldn't find my mute button. I believe we're non-voting.
Oh, that's correct. Thank you. Matt Reed.
Aye.
Thank you. Patrick Sage.
Aye.
Thank you. Christopher Salas.
Aye.
Emil Schmid.
Aye.
Thank you. Leticia Vargas. Aye. Thank you. And Chris Wanamaker.
Aye.
Thank you.
And I vote aye.
Oh, thank you, Madam Chair. I meant to get to you last and somehow forgot. Thank you.
Charles Andrews, City of Peoria, aye.
Charles Andrews, thank you.
Did we miss anyone? Okay, with the motion in the second, with the members poll, the motion passes. Thank you very much. Agenda item number 5. MAC issued a call for projects on August 2nd, 2021 for the fiscal year 2025 Pinal County Arterial Bridge Program projects with applications due September 17th. A total of 1.4 million was available to the program. Mr. Patrick Stone will now present the 2025 Pinal County Arterial Bridge item. Patrick?
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the committee. I want to just take, as always, take a moment to orient the committee as to where we are in the process. As you can see highlighted in red, today's November 9th, Street Committee. And this item is on the agenda for action today, which is to recommend the prioritized project listing for the Pinal County Arterial Bridge Program for fiscal year 2025 funding. As the chair noted, just over 1.4 million was available in fiscal year 2025 for projects. After today's meeting, that recommendation, if approved, will move forward through Transportation Review Committee later or next month in December, and then moving through policy committees in January, culminating with Regional Council on January 26th. Next slide, please. So after using the scoring tool, the ranked order of projects is listed here. You can see the scores in the far right-hand column. The intent is to forward this prioritized listing onto Transportation Review Committee for their consideration. And with that, Madam Chair, this concludes my somewhat brief presentation, and I'd be happy to address any questions from yourself or other committee members. Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick. Does any member of the committee have any questions?
No question, Madam Chair, but a comment. I would like to just commend all 3 of the agencies for the applications they put forward. All 3 were very well thought out projects and well presented, and projects that need to be done, and I appreciate their time and effort on it. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. And I second that the applications were well written and worthy projects all around. With that, I want to remind everyone that the action that we're requesting is to recommend approval of the prioritized listing of the fiscal year 25 Pinal County Arterial Bridge programs. Do I have a motion?
So moved, Madam Chair. David Fabiano, Town of Gilbert.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second, Kevin Laird, City of Chandler.
Thank you very much. Staff, will you please call roll and please indicate yea or nay?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Grant Anderson.
Aye.
Thank you. Charles Andrews.
Aye.
Thank you. Bryce Christo.
Aye.
Thank you. Nathan Dome.
Aye.
Thank you. David Fabiano.
Aye.
Jennifer Jack.
Aye.
Thank you. Kevin Lair.
Aye.
Thank you. Ed Stillings.
Not voting.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've got the same list that I go through. Angela Macaluso.
Aye.
Mark Moore. Janie McCracken. Brad Novacek.
Aye.
Thank you. Steve O'Brien.
Aye.
Thank you. Dana Oswiani.
Aye.
Thank you. Armand Pedrahita.
Aye.
Thank you. Matt Reed,
Aye.
thank you. Patrick Sage,
Aye.
thank you. Christopher Salas,
Aye.
thank you. Emil Schmidt,
Aye.
thank you. Leticia Vargas,
Aye.
thank you. Chris Wanamaker,
Aye.
thank you. And Madam Chair, how do you vote?
Aye.
Thank you. Did I miss anyone? Thank you.
Thank you. With the motion and the second, the motion passes. And we recommend the prioritized listing. Thank you very much. Item 6. That's the Regional Competitive Program Call for Projects for Paving and Paved Roads. MAC issued a call for projects on August 2nd for fiscal year 25 paving and paved roads with applications due September 17th. And the total available funding was $5.8 million. On October 28th, MAC Air Quality Technical Advisory Committee recommended a prioritized listing. Mr. Steve Tate will now present the 2021 Call for Projects 2025 Paving and Paved Roads Application Ranking. Steve, take it away, please.
Thank you. Okay. On the 19th, the street committee reviewed the projects. They were sent to the 19th. Okay. They were sent on the 17th. Okay, my dates are wrong. Anyway, the committee has reviewed the projects. They went to their quality committee. They've come back now. The projects are ranked according to air quality scoring. We had a total of 5 projects. We can cover directly, and we have sufficient funds to cover all projects. Next slide. Actually, as you can see, this is the scoring for the projects. For CMAC, there was an excess of 600 for straight for CMAC for PM10. There's straightforward 690,000 surplus. For the PM 2.5, there was something of a deficit, but we anticipate we will be able to cover that excess. Next slide. That's the PM10 2.5. Next slide. That concludes my presentation.
Thank you. Just as a reminder, the action is just for information. Does anybody have any questions for Steve? Okay, hearing none, we're going to agenda item number 7. That is the 2021 call for projects for PM10 certified street sweepers. Steve Tate will now present these rankings. Steve?
Okay, next slide, please. Okay, as today, the street sweepers have already been scored for air quality. They're back today to show you a prioritized listing of projects. They're prioritized strictly on the air quality scoring. We have funding available of $1.268 million. That's not quite enough to fund all the street sweepers available. However, street sweepers are eligible for closeout, and all applicants that did not score high enough to receive the funding available have been notified that they can and should compete in closeout. I think that well, next slide, please. Okay, there you can see the scoring. And you can see that there's a deficit of $98,000. Not very much. Go to the next slide, please. And this is there was a break point. And these are the projects that could not be funded. As I said, they are available. You can apply for closeout, and there is a pretty reasonable chance that they will be recommended for funding. That concludes my presentation.
Thank you. Does anybody have any questions? Just as a reminder, this is for information only.
I do have a question.
Yes, Grant.
It seemed on the very first slide that this is going to go from here to the regional council. no in between. So how do they get from no approval, because it's only information here, to the regional council without some action by one of the lower committees?
My understanding is that the management committee will act on the sweepers, and in fact, they may have already.
Oh, it wasn't on your list, so I just.
No, real quick, Madam Chair, Steve, Mr. Anderson, if we can go back a couple slides, please.
Schedule.
And I apologize, Grant, and this was me, I put this slide together, but if you look at November 9th, and really it was just an order of priority, management committee already met today and recommended the prioritized listing. So this item was just for information to the street committee. So they've already taken action on it and recommended that listing, which will now move forward to regional council. But a great catch and a great comment, Grant.
Thanks.
Okay. Any other questions? I guess that concludes the presentation.
Thank you. Item number 8. Request for future agenda items. Are there any requests by the street committee members for any item on future agendas? If you do, please reach out to Patrick and propose to him future agenda items. Let's go to the next item, please. Updates from member agencies. I would like to invite all members to share information related to ongoing street-related project activities in their jurisdiction. I will ask you to please let us know by saying that you want to provide an update.
Madam Chair.
Yes, David, please.
Thank you. Just an update. The Town of Gilbert Town Council referred a general obligation question to the voters of the Town of Gilbert to the tune of $515 million for transportation and infrastructure related to transportation. That was probably the closest vote in Maricopa County last week. The results are in, and the council will be canvassing the results next week. But it did pass by a very narrow margin, but just above the 0.1% minimum that would require a recount. So it's looks like we're going to have some funding to be able to complete some of the projects that we have identified in Gilbert. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, David. Anybody else? I do have an update. Signal Butte from Willisfield all to Germain has bid and has been awarded to Sunland. The kickoff meeting happened last week. We're joining with the town of Quinn Creek that also participated in the kickoff meeting. And we're full ahead because we want to be able to complete concurrently with SR 24. We are a little bit delayed, but hopefully we will develop our project and there will seem seamless, that connection. Anybody else? Hearing nothing, let's go to agenda item number 10. Our next street committee is scheduled for Tuesday, December 14th at 1 p.m. via teleconference. And this concludes the street committee. We don't need to have a formal vote, but I do need a motion to adjourn followed by a second. Do I have a motion?
Motion to adjourn. Emil, Apache Junction.
Thank you. And David is the second. Yay.
Second.
Thank you, Mel. Thank you, David. Thank you, everyone, for your participation, and see you next month.
Everyone.